everybody, Penny here, and I'm back with another quick vlog kind of thing. Don't mind me looking a little bit orange, it's just the lighting. It's actually the evening here, so I'm looking a little bit orange right now, so don't mind that. I've just had a really long day at uni, but I need to get these vlogs recorded because I am just so busy and hectic, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about. This is going to be like a channel update, I guess. I don't do many of these. I don't do many channel updates because I feel like I generally keep things pretty up to date on Twitter and the like. If you're not following me on Twitter, on YouTube, or at least you don't have the page bookmarked to kind of check up on things, you probably should, just because I do keep a lot of updates going on Twitter about my life and about new series and about things like that. As my channel gets more busy, I'll probably end up doing more and more channel updates, but I only kind of do them as and when I need them, when I feel like there's going to be kind of big or more noticeable things in my channel and stuff like that. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of things here. I'm going to be talking about channel rebranding and revamping, and I'm going to be talking about like the next couple weeks or so, and I'm also going to be talking a little about the future. So first of all, let's go with the nearest thing. Let's talk about the next couple of weeks. So for those of you who don't know, I am a university student, and I'm in my final year of university. My final year, and then I go out into the big, scary, freaky world, and that's terrifying and scary, and oh my god. But I'm in my final year, and I graduate in July, but I finish all of my deadlines and stuff on the 2nd of June is my final deadline, which is actually the my last project, which is my To the Moon screenplay and film and adaptation kind of thing, which I'll be talking about in a separate vlog, which will be going out, I don't know, either before or after this video, I don't know, it might already be out, but it's about voice acting. If you're interested in voice acting or you're interested in art, make sure to check that out. It might not be on my channel yet. If it isn't out on my channel yet, it'll probably be out like a day or two after this, a day after this vlog. I don't know, it'll be out soon anyway, but yeah, I'm in my final year of uni. Things are really, really hectic right now. I've got my dissertation, which is due in 2 weeks, which is mildly petrifying. I've got 2 essays, I've got a screenplay to write, and I've got the project with To the Moon to do. So it's all a little bit crazy right now, and in addition to that, I need to be thinking about the future and thinking about jobs in Manchester, and that's really scary. I need to be quite picky about where I live, because I need to be living somewhere where I can still do YouTube stuff for you guys, because, you know, above all, I love doing it more than anything, and it does generate a little bit of an income. Now, most of that income does go back into YouTube, but it still generates a little bit, and it's kind of important to me. So if I end up in Manchester where I don't have a stable job yet, I might be able to do YouTube and get a part-time job somewhere just while I try and look for an actual job. So there's a bunch of stuff going on right now in my life, and I'm really trying to maintain as much as I can on YouTube and live streaming as well, but it's just going to be kind of difficult because it's, you know, it's just a busy time of year. It's a busy time of year, and I do need to dedicate a lot of time to my studies. I'm on the cusp of getting a first. So close it hurts. And I probably won't get one, but I want to try anyway, because I'll be kicking myself if I don't try. For those of you who don't know, a first in university terms is basically the highest thing you can get for your degree. So if you get 70 or more, at least in my, I don't know if it varies between things, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but if you get 70 or more, then you get a first, and it's incredibly difficult to get that in drama and English, because it's such a subjective topic and such a kind of creative topic. Like, I don't think anyone has gotten much above 80 ever in the history of my course, just because it's so incredibly difficult. So I'm really trying to shoot for a first, and so that means a lot of work. Now, things are going to clear up a little bit more once my dissertation's done, which is in about 2 weeks, but until then, things might be a little bit more on the down low. I'm not going to be tweeting as much, I'm not going to be streaming quite as frequently. Now, to make up for that, the nights I do stream, because basically, I don't like to work in the evenings, but sometimes I have to, especially when there's deadlines coming up, so that's why I won't be streaming on some of the evenings. But when I do stream, when I do have an evening that I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it off, that's like the whole evening off from like, you know, 6 or 7 o'clock onwards. So I'm going to be doing like a little bit longer streams. I'll probably start a little bit earlier at 7 p.m. BST instead of 8 p.m. BST like normal. And going until like maybe 11 o'clock or midnight, depending on the night and how tired I feel. So I'm going to try and do longer streams to make up for the fact that I can't stream, you know, several nights a week like I normally do. I ordered, and it's all just arrived today, a bunch of face paint. For those of you who don't watch my streams, I have rewards for any donations I get during the streams, and one of the donation rewards is getting my face painted during the stream. I say getting it face painting, I do the face painting, but doing that during the stream, and I just bought a load of new face paints to do that with, so that's going to be fun. So, you know, live streams are going to still be there, especially when I get onto my, to the Moon project. I might be doing some editing of that on stream, because you guys have always talked about how you want to see me, like, edit on stream and things like that. So I thought that could be an interesting thing. Videos aren't going to be quite as frequent, both Undertale and Rocket League. Rocket League was only going to be a short series with Edson, but Undertale is going to be finishing up soon for the Twitch archives. I think there's only a couple of episodes left, if that. Like 2 episodes maybe? I'm not sure. Roughly that. Alice is going to be continuing until the end of the game, and with Mike is going to be continuing, but that's only kind of 2 series, plus maybe occasional vlogs. So I might be starting a new mini-series, which I'm going to be recording. I haven't decided what game yet, but I'm going to try and get something recorded for that. I'm hopefully going to record some Minecraft with people as well. So there'll be a couple of like odd Minecraft videos up. So there'll be like a few things out, but my content generally on my channel just might be a little bit lackluster for the next couple of weeks. So I'm just telling you guys and warning you now. That being said, what I want to move on to talking about next is channel rebranding. So again, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I've kind of talked a lot about this, but I say rebranding, that's the only word I can really think of for it, but I don't really see my channel as much of a brand. Like, my brand is kind of me. Like, it's just me. I'm always me on all of my stuff. This is what I'm like in real life, pretty much. Maybe I'm a little bit more shy in real life, but this is me. So it kind of feels weird to say rebranding, because I kind of see it as me just getting, like, a different taste in outfits, or getting, like, you know, oh, I've slightly changed my kind of general, you know, what kind of art I like, or things like that. Like, it's basically, I'm just trying to make my content a bit more professional. I'm kind of more aware of that as I go into the working industry after uni, that it's important to have, you know, to be fun and to still be myself, but to still kind of have that professional atmosphere. So I've been commissioning artists, and I've been working on some graphic design myself, and I'm going to be rolling out a new banner, new avatar. There's going to be new kind of generic thumbnails for things if I don't do specific series thumbnails. Twitch is going to be all revamped. My Patreon is getting a revamp as well. And I'm going to be putting on a channel trailer, which I've never ever had a channel trailer before, which is kind of funny, because I've had this channel since there's a dog outside. Since 2012, I think. So it's going to be weird to have a channel trailer. I've just about finished it now, and I'm very excited to show you guys. I had a lot of fun editing this, so that's probably going to be rolled out within the next week, I'm hoping. Along with, it's going to go out in stages, because not everything is quite done yet, but my channel trailer is going to be going out alongside my revamped Patreon. Now, for those of you who don't know, Patreon is basically my main source of income, my main stable source of income through YouTube. I earn almost nothing from YouTube. I am with a network. I don't really feel for or against networks. I don't really feel strongly. It's not a topic I want to get into. I'm with RPM. Personally, I think for me, it's a great advantage for me, because I hardly earn anything through YouTube anyway, but what I get with RPM is access to loads of different things which are really useful to me, like lots of different sounds. I can get all the files I want on, like, Audio Micro, for example, which is really useful to me, because I've done a lot of sound design with audio plays, with radio plays, and I'm, you know, working on something myself which involves a lot of sound, so it's a really useful resource for me to have. So I don't mind that they're taking pennies off me every month as a kind of, you know, networky thing. Like, it doesn't bother me, but regardless, I get paid very, very little through YouTube, just because, you know, I don't put out loads of videos a day, and, you know, my viewership is growing, actually, and my subscriber base is growing, and I'm so happy and excited to see that. Like, you have no idea how happy it makes me, especially because I've gone through, like, a load of rough patches in the past. So that's exciting, but my viewer count is still quite low at the moment, especially for the number of subscribers I have. So, you know, every few months, I get a paycheck from YouTube, so I basically count YouTube as, like, a tip. I count, you know, like, you know, the tip that you give someone at the end of the meal. It's kind of nice to get every now and then, but I don't by any means expect it or rely on it. Which I'm fine with, because I get, you know, wonderful, wonderful people watching my streams who support them and who donate. And, like, you know, I never ask for donations, but I do try to give rewards back, like the face paint, when people donate. So that's a really nice thing to have. But again, it's not, like, stable in the sense that I can't rely on there to be donations every stream, nor do I expect it. And it's, you know, completely, you know, touching when I do get them. And, you know, I've almost cried a couple of times on stream because of it. But Patreon is the sole main income, if you will, that I get from YouTube, because it's monthly, so it's quite regular. People don't always, you know, stick around on Patreon. Some people up theirs, some people lower theirs, some people get rid of theirs completely, so it's never a really constant number, but it's still fairly constant. And, you know, if you want to support me in terms of money, then Patreon is honestly the best way of doing it, because it just makes me feel so much safer and better doing YouTube, seeing that number and being like, that is what, you know, I know that I'm kind of getting that. per month, and it makes me really, really happy. So I'm going to be revamping that. There's going to be all new rewards that are going to be going exponentially higher, and I don't think I'm ever going to reach the top rewards, but I kind of have them there just in case. I've got some kind of newly thought out rewards for Patreons as well, because right now the rewards are kind of similar to if you were to donate or something. They're kind of one-off things, so I'm trying to make them so they're like more of a reason to stick about. And I actually talked to people about this, because I used to like to send out cards to Patreons, things like that, and, you know, give things, because I feel like they're, you know, you're giving me something, so I'd like to give you something back. And a lot of people have said we don't really expect anything. I just want to like help you out and support you. That's why I do it more than anything. But I still want to give stuff back. So it'll be things like, you know, like blogs and updates on Patreon, which are Patreon exclusive writings, a bit about my life and behind the scenes stuff that might not make it onto Twitter or make it onto YouTube, or might be thrown at Twitter a little bit, but you don't really learn much about it. So there'll be Patreon exclusive stuff on there. Now there's not going to be Patreon exclusive videos. I really don't like that. I don't like there being Patreon exclusive videos. I do so few videos anyway that, you know, when I do make them, I'm like, I want everyone to see them. I don't want them to be limited. And I feel like that's kind of like, you know, it's one thing to do a bit of a blog with behind the scenes of my life. That's kind of like a nice, you know, thank you, you know, I appreciate your tips Fedora. A nice, you know, thank you, I appreciate that you watch my stuff. Here's a little bit about me that you might not know, which, you know, now you're getting, because you're supporting me. But it's another thing to be like, you're not watching this video because you're not giving me money. I feel like that's a little bit harsh. And I might do like biannual letters, so like kind of postcards for summer and kind of like holiday cards for winter, which I'll give to certain tiers of Patreons as well as a kind of, you know, thank you. And that won't be too overwhelming because that is only a, you know, bi-yearly thing. And there's going to be a bunch of other kind of rewards and things like that. And, you know, even when it goes out, things can be changed. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, I'll probably have like a Google Doc submission thing. And then if people want to like advise me on different ideas, or if they say, I actually don't like this goal, I don't think it's very good, then you can submit it to me. I want feedback from you guys constantly. So that's a thing. And then like art and channel banners and things like that, they're going to be rolled out a little bit longer just because I'm waiting on some commission stuff to get through. But I'm still really excited about those, especially about Twitch. I'm excited about Twitch a lot, because I've been doing a lot more streams lately. So that's good. But yeah, so channel stuff is going to change, so don't be surprised when it changes. I'll probably put a video out once it actually has changed, just explaining things a little bit more. But it's not going to be a change to my content. I'm not suddenly going to be a completely different person. It's kind of more of an outer, you know, look, things look like this now, and that's just that, you know, it's only like an external change, but the content should still be fairly similar. I kind of talked about the future already, I guess, talking about, like, you know, getting a job, blah, blah, blah. In an ideal world, I'd be living in Manchester where I am now. I'd be having some sort of stable, even if it's a lowish paying, which it will be because I want to go into media, job. But ideally, I'd want to be in Manchester, a job that at the end of the day, I can come home and I can stream several nights a week, and it can be like a proper timetabled. I stream, you know, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something like that. Because at uni, it's very difficult because I'm very irregular with my schedule. There is never, I'm not busy every single night, but there isn't ever one night where I'm always free. Like, I'm kind of busy at random times, which makes it very difficult to have a regular anything at uni. So that's why I stream, I'm just gesturing at my computer. That's why I stream quite irregularly in terms of the days I stream. I try to stream a couple times a week at least. But it's still kind of irregular, the days that I stream. So hopefully in the future, like kind of the plans I have for the channel, I've got something that I really want to do, which I'm kind of scared and nervous about doing and applying for, I guess is the right word to describe it. And I'm not going to say, I'm quite a shy person. I don't think of myself very highly. I don't think that's probably one of my problems. But it's something I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing for a while, and I kind of want to go for it after all my channel rebranding is done and after I've kind of assessed things a little bit more, just so I can see where I'm at and see how I feel about things and see how you guys feel about all this stuff that I'm doing. And then I might go for it. So it's a plan which I'm not going to say yet, and, you know, if it doesn't all happen, then I probably won't say because of shyness and sadness, but it's something I've been toying with. That's kind of more of a short-term idea. Long-term, you know, get a job and make streaming a more regular thing, and hopefully make content a more regular thing as well. My channel, I hope, will continue to grow as it is now. I'm extremely happy with where it's going at the moment. It feels just a lot more like me. It feels like me, and it feels like the kind of channel that I like. It's, you know, my channel trailer will kind of explain it more, I guess, but it is turning into kind of a hodgepodge of different things. It's not just, I want to steer it away from being a gaming channel, and I want it to be, you know, I want it to be about games, I want it to be about vlogs, and I want it to be about the video projects that I do as well, and sometimes it could be me talking about serious topics, and sometimes it could be funny challenges. I don't want to be put into, and I know I will always kind of be more seen as like a gamer than anything, because that's kind of where my roots are and where I started off and where I want to keep being in. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I'm kind of steering my content towards new things, and you guys seem to be enjoying that, because I just feel a lot happier with where I am, and it feels a lot more like me. Like, this channel encompasses all the different aspects of my life, and I'm glad that I can share all of those different aspects with you guys. So it just means a lot to me, I guess. I've had quite a few new faces, both in streams and on videos, and I really appreciate you guys checking out my stuff, and it means the world to me that you support. And, you know, like, nothing lights up my day more than seeing, like, a nice comment from someone. Like, you know, it's one thing to like a video and watch a video, and I can see those numbers going up, and that makes me happy, but it's another thing to, like, see just a comment being like, I like your, you know, I'm really enjoying this series, keep it up, or, like, you know, oh, you know, that was a really funny moment, or, like, oh, I'd love it if you played this game, or if you checked out this, because I'm always up for new suggestions, and I just like making people's days a bit happier. So yeah, that got a bit more sentimental than I wanted it to, but that was just kind of a general update on my channel and what's happening right now, because I kind of forget that not everybody who watches me on YouTube follows me on Twitter. So I thought I'd give a general update, and I should probably be a bit more regular with these things anyway. I'll try to be more regular, I promise, the pinky promise. But that's pretty much it. A little bit lackluster for the coming couple of weeks because of dissertation, but hopefully back up and kicking once deadlines are gone. I am going to Zeldathon in June for a couple of weeks, so I'm going to try and get out content all scheduled and sorted for that before I go, so at least there'll be stuff going up, but, you know, streams obviously won't be going on while I'm there, because I'll be on stream at Zeldathon, so you guys can see me there if you want. Streams, hopefully more regular again once uni ends, and yeah, just channel revamping, fun stuff, and as always, I want to hear any feedback that you guys have, whether it's sent to me anonymously through AskFM, which link should be in the description for, whether it's commented on a YouTube video, where it's DM'd me on Twitter. I have my DMs open on Twitter, so if any of you guys want to ever direct message me, you can do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be, this is a longer video than I wanted it to be, but, you know, I feel like I just had to say all that to you guys. My elephant on my, my wrist is jangling away. You guys have yourself a lovely, lovely day, and hopefully it won't be too long until the next vlog. Might not be long at all if the To The Moon vlog goes out after this. We'll see. Anyway, I love your faces. Keep them dazzling like the sun. Goodbye!